In a previous tutorial, we looked at quickly adding customers from the sales screen. In this tutorial, we will look at the extra options available when adding or editing a customer via Setup Customers. I have a customer that I want to edit today, so I'm going to perform a search for part of the name and then simply click on the customer's name. The first tab of the Edit Customer screen is for basic name, address, and communication details. Most of the fields on this screen are self-explanatory. However, it is worth noting that the email address that you put here will become the default one for sending emails to the client from HirePOS. Additionally, if you enter a mobile phone number, you can enable Mobile, used for SMS, which will let you use this number for the range of SMS communication options in HirePOS. Referral Source is a handy feature that lets you track how the customer found you. You can enter one here, however, you can also set up HirePOS to make it a requirement and ask you for a referral source every time you add a new customer. You can put general notes relating to the customer in the Summary Notes field below. Navigating to the Other tab, we have the option to enter license details for identification and security purposes. HirePOS can be configured to require this information when creating a new customer, and also can alert you when you attempt to use a customer that has an expired license on file. Credit Limit is a useful tool that will let you set a maximum value that a customer's account can add up to before HirePOS will start to alert you. The Stop Credit button will place an alert on the customer's page and in any invoices assigned to the customer. Setting the credit limit to 0 will effectively make the customer a cash-only customer, meaning that any amount owing will immediately show in your overdue payment section, and the sales record screen will alert you to take payment immediately when creating a booking. Payment terms let you define the length of time before invoices become payable for account customers. Payment terms can be set up using the Setup Payment Terms link or in the Setup Preferences area of HirePOS. Sales Prompt lets you input a short message that will appear on screen when opening the customer's file on the sales screen or when working with the sales record for that customer. The Returns prompt is similar, but appears on the Returns screen. The PO Required checkbox will force users to enter a purchase order number for this customer before being able to save the sales record. A customer might be a person in their own right, or it might be a company for which you have multiple contacts. In the case of the latter, you can use the Contacts tab to add and edit contact records for the customer. A contact can hold most of the same basic ID and communication info that we can assign to a customer. You can elect to make a contact includable on certain correspondence and communications. Moving back to the Edit Customer page, we can have a look at the Discounts tab. In here, you can assign a general discount that applies to every line item on an invoice, or discounts that are specific to hire, sales, or non-stock items only. There is an easy checkbox to prevent this customer from needing to pay a damage waiver, should you be using automatic damage waivers, and a button that lets you specify customer-specific discounts for individual items. Throughout HirePOS, most records have custom fields. The name of these fields can be set to whatever you like, and you can input relevant data against them. For example, perhaps you want to track your customer's favourite football team. You could rename a customer custom field to be favourite football team, and then start recording football teams against your clients. In future, you could recall and utilise this information. There is an option to categorise your clients, perhaps by industry or tier, which can come in handy later for reporting and filtering. Invoice and Docket Message let you input customer-specific versions of these messages, and these will override the defaults. Finally, you can add images to your customer files using the Images tab, and in the top left, there is an attachment icon that lets you add any other attachments you like. For example, perhaps copies of their ID, a venue floor plan, a certificate, or anything else customer-specific. There are a massive options in the customer setup. Let's quickly have a look at the effect some of my changes today have had. Navigating to the sales screen, I can search for my customer, and when selected, the sales prompt I entered shows up along with the customer file. I ended up setting the credit limit to 0, and as a result, HirePOS has ascertained that this is a cash customer. This is noted in the customer pane and quite obviously in the totaling pane. The PO field is shown as required, and HirePOS will prevent me from saving this document fully without entering a value here. Let's get this record set up so it is an on-hire invoice so that we can use the return screen to return it and go and have a look at that returns prompt. I will try and save this now, but HirePOS will alert me that I have not put in a PO number. Let's correct that and save it. Back on the sales screen, we can see that as we have defined this customer as a cash customer, but have gone ahead and created an invoice for them, we are getting an alert that we have exceeded the credit limit, which is 0 in this case. Note also that the amount due is equal to the total amount. The 14-day terms we selected are not having an effect as this is a cash customer and payment is expected on the spot. Let's navigate to Sales Returns. Filtering by invoice, let's select the on-hire invoice we just made and try and return it. Here we see the other prompt I created, the returns prompt. For more information on prompts, SMS and email, sales record modes, accounts and credit limits, please see the related tutorial or visit the Help Center in the HirePOS app.